She started making art at the age of 3. Very impressive, the stuff you're about to see here. She's making a business out of it right now. It's Faith Mumba joining us on Daytime with Faith's artwork. Hello, Faith.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Your stuff is exceptional. We'll look at it closely coming up in moments, but I mentioned you started at the age of 3. Seems early. I know kids are finger painting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What were you doing at the age of 3?
I noticed I had a love for art since I was very young. I just always found myself painting, and my parents, they would always say that I always drifted towards the art room, and I would love, creating pieces and all that, and ever since it just took off from there.
Ever since?
Yeah.
Your family though, including your grandfather, very, very artistic?
Yeah, so my grandfather was an artist, and then my parents in general, they just have a love for art, so throughout they've always supported me ever since. And so yeah, from then they're what inspire me basically and motivate me to continue on with this. Yeah.
You're also inspired because you think in life everybody needs a little more color.
Yeah, honestly, because I started to take this more seriously about 5 years ago and turn into a business, because I realized how it brought joy into people's lives. With what I created, I usually focus on bright, vibrant colors that really make people happy, and so yeah, that's what motivates me to keep going. And yeah.
How much joy does it bring you?
A lot of joy, just to see people, excited when they see my pieces, and so yeah.
You seem happy,
for sure.
And I'm excited to look at your pieces. So let's start over with this piece here now. Explain the young lady we see here.
Okay, this is an animated painting of Lupita. It's a woman who inspires me in general, and she is an actress, and so basically I just painted it to challenge myself. This is a new medium I'm working on. This is oil painting, which is usually more difficult to work with, and so I just tried to, paint it and see how far I can get with it. And so basically,
why is it a little more difficult to paint with oil compared to conventional paints?
It is very messy, and right now it's still wet. It takes about 2-3 weeks to dry.
Really?
Yeah. So one mistake, one smudge can really mess it up easily. So it's really hard to
you
work
have to be careful taking it in here.
Exactly,
okay.
Yeah.
We thank you for doing that. I'm not going to touch it, don't worry. Every time you see my hand getting close to it, are you getting nervous?
Yeah.
A little nervous?
It's okay.
So how long did it take then, the whole process from start to finish?
It took me about 3 days. And
3 days?
Yeah, just to paint that one.
That's something.
Yeah.
Now, do you do it by memory? Do you do it by photo?
A mix of everything. I paint from experience sometimes, so something I remember, I just incorporate into it, and sometimes I use a photo reference, and then if I want to switch it up halfway, I usually just, just go with the flow with what looks good. Yeah.
Okay. Did it take you longer than 3 days for this
Yeah, one? It's a little bit bigger. It took me about 2 weeks or so, because this one's a mix of acrylic and oil.
Okay.
So I had to work with 2 different mediums.
So who's eating that corn there?
This is basically, it almost represents, it ended up looking like me a little bit in the end when I was a little kid. So I just said, okay, it represents me. And what she's wearing is our traditional clothing called chitenge from my country, Zambia. And our staple food is maize, so corn, sorry.
Yeah,
and we call it maize there. And so yeah, it just represents me as a little kid and how I loved corn, wrapped in my traditional attire. And this is called Wrapped in Tradition.
Wonderful artwork. Can I ask how old you are?
I am 19 years old.
19, okay, which is super impressive, because I think it takes a lifetime for some people, and some people never even get to this level. So you're hoping to take this maybe one day international? Is that your hopes, your dreams?
Yeah, that is my dream. And so it's just honestly about baby steps and just go from there. And one day, I hope to get to an international level,
I can see these hanging in the National Gallery. I can see it. Okay, when it comes to your website then, how can people interact with you to get maybe their own photo painted or loved ones?
So I've set up the website in a way where people can message me directly, and on the last page is my contact information, where they can scroll down to the bottom, and they can just type in their email and then type in their message with whatever painting they want to purchase, and then we can work from there. Yeah.
When it comes to the world of art, has there been any struggles? I mean, it's a business like anything.
Yeah, it's taught me that people are very unpredictable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had a lot of funny stories with this business because...
You can tell us one quickly. We have about 45 seconds.
Okay, so there's this one woman who flew all the way in from Jamaica. She ordered a painting and everything, and I painted exactly what she wanted. And then when she came in, she took out her phone and simply just took a picture and was like, all right, I'm good to go. I never paid me for it. And then
oh, come on.
She was just like, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
She'll regret that when it's worth $1 million one day, right?
Yeah.
All right, so people go to the website. Any other places they can spot your...
On Instagram is where I post most of my art pieces, and at Faith Mumba 05 as well.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Faith, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
Incredible work, inspiring, and it just looks great. Thank you.
Thank you.
More Daytime coming up in moments. This is Rogers TV.